Hi friends, welcome back to this little mini series on DBT Distress Tolerance Skills. So we are going to look at another one of my favorites. If I say every single one is my favorite, then just don't worry about it because they all are. Improve skill. This one's really cool for an all the time. I feel like if you're in a real defense state, I would recommend doing some other nervous system exercises first, before you dive into improve. But this one can be very resourcing. And after you've done a few exercises and you're feeling back up to your executive functioning, this one can be a nice one when you're there as well. So the idea of this is to do something pleasant that makes it a little easier to tolerate the distress. Imagery is just similar to the vision in the accept skill, in the self-soothing skill, in that you could just like imagine something beautiful. So it's not like you're not actually using your vision, but you're imagining it. So this one is really great because you can do it like anywhere. You don't have to have access to a picture or to a YouTube or what have you. So you could be in a stressful situation, let's say, and maybe you have a conflict with somebody and they're talking to you. And you can use this to imagine something beautiful in your head to sort of give you a little comfort or break. You can also imagine a safe place in your home or imagine an imaginary place where you feel safe. So I created for myself early on in DBT this like beautiful beach where there was nobody else and you could see the like white sandy shore. What is it called? Beach. As far as the eye can see, there was no humans. There was a big blue crystal ocean, and between two palm trees was this lovely, like, sort of like big bed hammocky thing. And I would just lay there, and there was like chips and guacamole and lemonade for me, never ending. And there was no humans, and I would just imagine myself there when I was in stressful moments, and I still do sometimes. I also, through my parts work with my therapist, have created this tree house that has like, I can pull the ladder up and no one can come in, that I go to, or that I let some of my parts go to when they're having a hard time or feeling scared. And what was I gonna say? Oh, excuse me. Um, I also imagine like holding the key to my house and being like, I'm the only one who has a key to my house when I'm not feeling safe too. So imagery is just tapping into that imagination to give yourself this little idea of like, there's another place where I feel safe. Meaning. So this one, again, can be a little tricky if you're in an actual distress moment. So I would try this one after you've done a few exercises. So this is like, okay, what could be meaningful about this? So let's say I'm having to have a challenging conversation with someone at work, okay? And I'm saying like, I am going to move through this according to my values because I care about having the paycheck so that I can buy myself some food. Like, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying I accept the situation or approve of it. I'm just saying like, I am okay with doing this because it is a short term, like, pain in order to get my long-term goal. So some kind of meaning to it. Or I might say like, I am going to do my dishes because I believe that I deserve to have like clean, fresh plates to reach for when I'm ready to eat something. Okay, prayer. Prayer is a really interesting one because a lot of us think of like a religious thing when we think of prayer. But I had someone tell me their definition of prayer was actually just like gratitude. And I really like that idea. So you can have gratitude towards anything, even if you don't have a higher power or God type situation in your life. So you can just say thank you to the trees for providing oxygen, or thank you to your body that you're breathing, or thank you to your heart that it's beating, or thank you to the sun for coming up in the morning. So taking some time of like contemplation of things that you appreciate or enjoy, that can be a really nice one for prayer. And of course, you can also ask for strength from like a higher power or higher self or team, if of guides or what have you, if that feels right for you. You can also pray to, you know, relatives who have passed on, or uh, guardian angels, whatever you feel you have, you can certainly ask for support. And you can also ask for support just from like whatever it is that's keeping like the planets not colliding, just to the universe, to gravity, whatever is right for you. But that can be a really nice practice in any situation. I had I can't remember where it came in, but it might have been in one of these. I think it was, actually don't remember which skill it was, but they had us pick someone who we really admired and we wanted to be like. And then we would think of that person, and like you could ask that person, could be dead or alive, real or fictional, ask that person to like help guide you, or ask for the strength to like act like them. And that was really helpful for me. There was one situation where I was in a legal situation and I kind of channeled Queen Elizabeth because she was always like very non-reactive. So I would kind of like pray for the strength to be like Queen Elizabeth. Okay, relaxation, deep breathing, like giving yourself a little deep squeezes or massage your neck, a hot bath, anything that feels accessible in that. It's pretty self-explanatory. One. I love this one actually. Improve the moment with one thing in the moment. So a lot of times when we're in distress, we can kind of like unravel, we can catastrophize and we go down the rabbit hole, right? So one thing to focus on for one moment can be really grounding. So like, okay, I am going to pick up this pen and I am going to think about the shape of it. I'm going to run my fingers on. I'm going to notice like, okay, interesting. It's got like a cursive text on this part and then a more of a print text here. It's got a see-through part here. I'm going to describe it like I would to somebody who's never heard of a pen before. Or I might go into the bathroom, wash my hands and be like, okay, what does the water feel like? What's the temperature of the water? Put some soap. What do the bubbles look like? Why do the bubbles happen? What do the bubbles smell like? What happens when I turn on and off the sink? Just like really focus and pay really like sensory attention to one thing for one moment. And sometimes you're just trying to get through like 1 second at a time. For me, when I was trying to stop my self-harming behavior, this is all I could do, just 1 second at a time. And with DBT distress tolerance skills, you just keep doing skills until you don't need to anymore. So you might end up doing like 15 skills in a row. And that's great. It's just getting you from one moment to the next without making the situation worse. Vacation, go to the beach or woods for a walk. So this can be like actually taking a vacation, like giving yourself a break to go walk around Target or go to a gas station and buy a soda. I mean, obviously, if you can do something cool, like go all the way to the beach or to the woods, that's awesome. I tend to not feel like I have, I mean, like in a moment of distress, I might give myself a little break that's more like earlier today, I just was feeling overwhelmed. So I took a little loop around the neighborhood. Or the other night I was feeling a little overwhelmed. So I just like took a break and went to Target and got a little sparkling water and walked around and just like change of scenery, change of pace. But if you can do something cool, that's awesome too. And then encouragement. This one's really nice. I came up with a whole list of, I can actually probably find them because I think it's cute to look back. I have my original DBT book that I filled in the first time I took DBT, and I was such a wreck. It's very amazing to look back because I was just so lost and desperate. And it's really cool to see how far I have come. Okay, so let me see if I can find, yeah, some coping statements. So, oh no, this is not it. Where is it? Which one is this? Improve skill. Let's see if I can find it. I remember saying some really sweet ones, but okay, 31. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I didn't think of reading these before, but I think it would be, oh yeah. Okay. This situation won't last forever. That's a nice one. I've already been through many other painful experiences and I've survived. Yeah, that one was really helpful for me too. Um, I am strong enough to handle what's happening to me right now. I didn't check that one off because that one didn't feel accessible then, but I do feel like that now. My anxiety, fear, and sadness won't kill me. It just doesn't feel good right now. That one was good. These are just my feelings, and eventually they'll go away. So there's more, but things like that. Just like encourage yourself like you would a friend. Okay. So that's the improve skill. Let me know if you try any of them. I think this one's a really sweet one for just like everyday resourcing. And I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Oh, come join our community if you'd like. It's such a sweet place, and we can encourage each other and remind each other of all these kinds of things that we can do to support ourselves in real time. Okay, I hope to see you there. Information is in the description. Love you. Bye.